Hello everyone, my name is Martin Bialas, I'm a member of Atavism team, and today I will present you Crafting Recipes plugin. So let's start. In order to configure Atavism Crafting Recipes plugin, we have to open Atavism editor window. So let's head into the Windows section and click on the Atavism Online. So we can see Atavism editor window, and here we can navigate to proper plugin by just entering the name of the plugin, or we can just let's say we are looking for recipes, crafting recipes, or we can just move into the group section. So recipes, crafting recipes are located in items group. So we can see crafting recipes plugin here. Let's click it, and we got definition here. So basically crafting recipes is pretty self-explanatory. So it's basically designed for definition of crafting items and elements. So we can define name of the crafting recipe, and we have some additional options here. First, we got up to 4 groups, so group 1, 2, 3 and 4, and each group can craft up to 4 items, and each group can have different chance for craft. So we can imagine that we can have something like a wooden stick, and here we can have wooden stick as well, but here we can craft wooden stick from the wood, and here with 100%, and here we can craft not only one but 2 wooden sticks with 50% rate, and the lower rate, the more items we can craft. Or we can imagine that we can have something like common sword here, and so 100% with 100% rate we will craft that common sword with with amount of 1. And with lower rate we can craft a magical sword, so the better version of that sword, and with also amount 1. And with lower rate we can of course adjust that as we want. So we can define the chance for that craft. It can be even lower, like 5%, or at the end we can define 1% as well. So then there we can have for example a rare sword, and something like with the lowest rate, like 1%, we can have epic or a legendary sword in the group 4. Then we got of course in each group we got filters, so we can find we can pick item from the list, or we can just put the name. Let's see if we got sort. Yeah, we got some sort here. Atavism comes with many predefined examples if you will install it with demo data. So we got sort and sort 2. And here we got requirements in the next section. So basically we can define a skill requirement. So we can say that our player should have tailoring or mining or something totally different, or metal smithing, like here, in order to craft that sword. And we can say that metal smithing should be for our player on level 100 to craft that particular sword. Then we can set the required station. So it's basically some table or some metal smithing location or game object to which we can attach that stations. So we can attach like smelter for our sword, and creation time, we can set the time in seconds. It's basically how many seconds it will take to craft that particular item. Then we can see that we got must match layout checkbox. I will explain that a bit later, so let's move to the items required. So we got up to 4 rows, and each row has up to 4 items. So it's like array 4 by 4, and we can define up to 16 items. So let's assume that we got item in item 1 slot and item 3 slot, and if that so these items will be required to craft that sword or that result items. So we can have something like iron ore, iron bar as a result item, and iron ore as items required to craft some materials in this case. So we got two elements required. We got item 1 and item 3, and if that must match layout will be checked, will be ticked, then the server will check if that items are put into the proper slots, into the slot 1st and 3rd. If that checkbox will be unticked, then the server will just check the amount of items and will not check if they are in their required slots. It will only check if the amount is proper, so we put enough amount of resources of materials to craft that item. Basically, also nice feature which we added in Atavism 2018.1 is visual representation for crafting. So we can have some special effect when we will craft item from group 1, group 2, group 3 or group 4. So depending on which group, on our luck, and which group we will craft, group of items we will craft, we can spawn some visual representation like coordinate effect in Atavism. So we can spawn some visual representation of that for that group. And in order to adjust that, we should head into the assets, resources, content, coordinated effects, crafting, receipts, coordinated effects, yeah. So in coordinated effects, we have chord effect 1, 2, 3 and 4. So we can attach different sound clips, different particle objects, particles. So you can spawn some aura aura when player will craft item from group 1, and bigger aura for group 2, and even bigger aura for group 3, and so special blast or lightning when player will craft something from group 4. So it's a nice addition to crafting. So that's it for this part. Thanks for watching. I hope you like it, and see you in the next tutorial. Bye bye.